Mr. Scary Studios.
Well, Tammy, I have to tell you, I don't think anyone was expecting this out of North Korea. The male news anchor said with a mix of worry and concern in his voice. You're absolutely right, Lou, Tammy agreed, while turning forward towards the camera as it panned in. Folks, I am proud to announce to you today that Kim Jong-un has announced his plan to save the entire planet. And it's going to work, Lou interjected. Top scientists and government officials from around the globe have spent the day in talks with leader Kim Jong-un, and as of his moment, they are confident in going forward with his plan. The bar was silent. Not a soul knew how to react. Was it time to celebrate? Time to be afraid? Even the cute, absent-minded server understood something big was happening. All of those years of empty threats and pointless missile tests, and now North Korea has the solution to solve the problem. A man teetering on his stool made a joke about it being April Fool's Day while proceeding to down a shot of regrets. As of 5 a.m. United States Pacific Time, North Korea will be enacting its plan. Lou was holding back a frog in his throat with utmost professionalism. Our station will be releasing a statement later today that will include a list of items we believe will be useful to pack as a supply cache for you and your loved ones. There was no panic as the power cut out. This was the first move, and it's been used before. They attack for a year. First the power cuts out, then a piercing high-pitched beep would deafen all living organisms within a 400-meter radius. It closes with the smog. The smog clears every living creature would be dead on the floor. Limbs torn apart and eyes gouged out. The sad part is, you couldn't turn or couldn't run. They were faster than humans. If you ran, a group of them would surround you and maul you to shreds, finer than mozzarella or on an uncooked pizza. The best thing you could do is hide and hope they couldn't find you, and that the smog didn't suffocate you. That's what I did. I made it out. I heard dozens of people screaming in agony as the creatures mutilated them in ways only seen in slasher films. The smell of metal and shit gagged me on my way out. Kim Jong-un says he can stop this. Fine, let's do it. Do it before they take over the world. We woke them up. Let's put them back to sleep. No one listened to the scientists. Republicans said global warming and climate change was democratic propaganda. Well, here we are. The ancient creatures awoke because we fucked up, and now the areas most dense in creatures are going to be nuked. We caused this. If you're reading this, hide, stay awake from light, and good luck. I just can't sleep at all anymore. Every time I go to bed, the sounds from the closet start up. Loud scratching and banging on the wood from inside of the door. Loud, high-pitched screams and yells as they beg me to let them out. No matter how much I put my blanket over my head, I can't never block out those horrible, horrible sounds. I do not dare open that door. I just cannot risk endangering myself from their cage. Everyone at work asks me why I look so tired when I arrive. I never tell them I was kept up by screaming and scratching from my closet. I wish I knew how to make the sounds stop. I long for the night I can sleep peacefully again, without loud banging and yelling from the door across from my bed. I'm beginning to regret locking my wife and son in there. Hello, I am. Well, to be honest, I was a scientist. My name shall be unmentioned as to protect myself. I was let in on a top secret classified project focusing on how to keep the living alive. I suppose I should explain, you see. Our greatest minds, as well as everyone else, is dying. They just slowly in some cases. Quickly, the climax of life is to die. To every beginning, this is an end. We wanted to change that. We gathered all the best geneticists in the world and got to work. We were making a cure to death. The first 3 years went on painfully. Our tasks seemed unreachable. Many subjects were held against their will, just dying forever. I had seen more than my share of disembowelment, only for them to survive, writhing in pain, undying. One particular case, there was a little girl struck dead by a semi. She was only 4 years old, her innocence shattered by the blood covering her limp body. Her ribs were cracked and her right arm was twisted, nearly torn off, hanging just by a couple of muscles and viscera. Her liver exploded inside her chest. We had to inject the serum, then give her the gas, as not to damage her brain. Or at least that was what was left of it. When she healed, she was fine. No further brain damage. She had a lisp for a week, but her liver mended, and so did her bones at an extraordinary rate. Her brain reconnected synapses, and she lived. Our next part of the program was keeping people from dying in the first place. Used the same serum we had originally developed, but a modified strain. We used the little girl, our miracle girl, as the test subject for that. We injected the serum, gave it an hour to kick in, and got to work testing it. Due to the fact that the next tests would hurt, we had to use the gas to temporarily put her to sleep. We took a sterilized scalpel and began a small cut alongside her arm. It wasn't very deep, just in case the serum was faulty, and she started to bleed out. Within the time she started healing, we had not finished the original cut. Suddenly her eyes shot open, revealing bright red spears that seemed to glow. She broke the straps on the table and began a rampage. The first of us she attacked had his throat ripped open. Blood was gushing from the wound. The girl continued to exert insane amounts of strength and stamina, killing all she found, except they weren't dead. Don't look for me if you find this. We are all still alive, but we are not human anymore. My job is to walk among the forgotten and laugh at your jokes. All the murdering is just a perk. Satan speaks to me through numbers. There is no randomness. The antique clock outside the local bank is especially useful, which is odd because there's no Illuminati disguised key lines nearby. The nearest hotspot is the daycare center. Don't trust squirrels. They are more aware than you know. They watch you sleep, rubbing their little paws together all the while. 15 is bad, 11 is yellow, 137 smells of lilac. Death flows 15 everywhere. When I get a whole holodeck of my own, I am going to make an upside-down ocean. Stand in midair and look at the sea. There will be a parrot named Dr. Strange. I know this to be true. 12 again today. Third day in a row. Satan, proud of Sunstone, beckons all his love, even if it is emptiness too. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I was very afraid as a child. Like all the time, my family smiled, but they aren't very nice people inside. I mail them potatoes intermittently. At least I think they're potatoes. 227 potatoes. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.